Dear Republicans, with all due disrespect, what is wrong with you? People on the right are constantly calling people on the left perverts or groomers or something of that nature. We know it's projection because a lot of times whenever there is somebody who actually commits one of those heinous crimes, it's almost always a Republican. But this is really disgusting. In Indiana, the legislators were just about to pass a sex education bill, and at the last minute, one Republican decided to step in and say, wait a minute, we need to take out this shit about consent. Just watch this with me real quick.
Don't understand how we could possibly not agree to consent, to teach that as part of human sexuality. It protects both boy and girl, man and woman. We are talking about teenagers that sometimes don't learn that they can say no. So to me, this is just, we're protecting our youth. And so I need an explanation why you would take it out.
Well, again, the school board's local control on that issue. I don't disagree with what you're saying.
But we can also do it.
If you don't disagree, then pass it.
We're allowed to local control. I really don't have time to go into much more debate on that, but I understand your concerns and appreciate that.
Senator, I just had a simple question. Can you identify those localities where it's a problem to talk about consent? Because I'd like to know. And I think the people who live there would like to know whether the issue of consent is somehow debated among men and women in that district.
Yeah, well, I will say I will leave it, me personally, I want to see it left up to local control on that issue.
I mean, so there must be places where they don't want to talk about consent when you're dealing with young women and their rights. Where are those places? In my state. You're insulting our state.
I understand your concerns.
Holy Moses.
Do we have one last chance here, sir?
I know exactly why he's doing this, because he knows that a lot of Christians do not believe in the concept of consent, especially when it comes to women. Just like many Christians do not believe in the concept of marital rape. They think that that should just be left up to the person to decide. Conservatives have a much different view of morality than the rest of society tends to. They tend to think that perversion has to do with things like the LGBT community. But teaching kids that they have the right to say no when somebody tries to assault their bodies, that should be left on certain other people to decide, like their parents. So when people ask me, why can't I just let Christians believe whatever they want to believe? Things like this is why. Because they may not be outright victimizing somebody, but they're making the conditions perfect for people who might want to victimize somebody. And to you legacy Republicans, you people that have just voted Republican your whole life just because that's what your family always does, this might be the time for you to step off that bus, because it's going to get bad. Unless you're okay with just being associated with the worst people on the planet, and in which case, you get what you get.